Watching television with the best kid. Global linking like the gold chain on my necklace. I will body anybody talking reckless. This for anybody trying to step in, you get cut like Smith and Wesson. I'ma tell y'all who the best is. Tell Columbia I made a good investment. Tell Columbus that I'm chasing at the fame now. I need 100K a show in my possession. Question, represent my brother like the best man. Global to the death of me, I follow with my left. My hand on the Bible, I don't preach to make a difference. I would aim to bring the fleet on opponents who never listen. I'll never get by no features unless you fit the description and talent. And if you don't, then you'll never feel that position of winning. I'll say it nice, but I never repeat it twice. I've been cooking to be the heights of your verses, made it a citizenship. Are you suckers? I been really mastering these verses like a hobby, nigga. Cops to got a boo, police just wanna drop somebody's trigger, busting no discussion when the hollers start to fly. You either dead or you alive, what's in between is a surprise. No, my bangers are hotter than a summer 16 on what up was popping with you. There's no second option, cause diamonds spitting the hottest scriptures. Born in 98, baby, 18 years old, my mind is stuck in the games. It's my birthday, as soon as I popped out my mama. Yeah, they broke my collarbone, but it was all to make me stronger. Now I'm stronger in my mindset than all of these other artists. I'm so pure like the water that is all the same. My tour bus like the Odyssey. Don't think that I departed yet. 2 grams in the wood unless my brothers, they don't spark it yet. The green is clear my thoughts, so it's easier to become the best. And when I am, then you'll finally understand. I'm number one, call me Cam. While I'm dabbing to the fans, for real. Yeah. Donovan Michael, man. Come on, see.
Hey, welcome back. 94 feet and beyond.
Fire's in the house.
Hey, is in the house. And today,
it's women power.
Power going on at 94 feet and beyond.
You know,
all us ladies in here doing some great things.
Yes.
And we're here to talk to y'all. We're here to tell, we want to, first of all, of course, we don't have to introduce Miss
Sports Kels, baby, is in the building.
Hey.
Thank you, ladies.
Yeah.
We're so happy to have you.
Yes,
We're so happy to have you. At the start of the show, we're here to talk about empowering women. That is
right.
Together.
That's right.
Together.
Exactly.
Come on.
So I was just going to start with, long ago, they said no.
Right.
Long ago, they said no. And it's not just, just us, but all women.
All women. They consider us as a talent. We ain't the talent.
Right. We are. Get in the kitchen, cook that meal.
Right. We burning now.
Right.
And the whole reason for the show is just to empower women on this first hour, and to also, lift our girls up. This is the reason why we do this. This is the reason.
Right.
So, I just would like Kels to go ahead and give her little bio, if she would.
Hey, for the viewers, thank you for being on the show, ladies. It's a pleasure. Tanya Sports Kels Kelly. And pretty much my story is this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to do so as a little girl. It was my pastime with my father until he passed in 2014. My mom, I'm the oldest of 5. My mom said either you're going to cook or watch TV. I took the latter. So I went downstairs, and those households back in the 70s and 80s was one TV. Yeah. And so that became a pastime, was the love of football. My Dallas Cowboys. How about my Cowboys? Yes, my OSU love.
Yes.
So it was just more, and those times, I look now, 20 years later, even 25 years later, where these girls have such a door, they have that, they're busting the door wide open. Mm-hmm. And I'll be 47 in July. So I'm I'm a late bloomer. Wow, like I'm a late bloomer.
Looking like she's 27.
Yes. Because you know what? We got beat. You know what I'm saying? We got whooping. There was a respect, expectation, and there was a classiness to you. Yes. You got to get hood a little bit, but you kept it classy. You kept it respectful. You had respect your elders. I don't care what was happening. Exactly. And I think that's what's happening is getting lost. And in a C-bus, you have your media, and then you have like online, which is what we're doing. And it's like, we're busting that door down. Yeah. And when I started, it was, through Curve the Runway. Like I said, Raven, Chris, Scott, Eb Jones. I came here for Curve the Runway Ambassador, and I was in that corner. You got a hold of that mic. It was like 1, 2, check 1, 2, 3, 4. It was like for real. We talking about Marlon, and you were here turned up. Yeah, it was just that electricity. So it just from there on, I started my show October 31st, and it has blossomed because the radio is a platform. I love sports, but again, it's like yours. It's a platform to get the message out that we want to talk about, because when we go to, not taking away from the media and everything else they're doing, because that's their job. Right. We have a place where we can talk about anything we want to. Right. I'm a cancer. Say we want to say it. I have to go through the manager, the CEO. Okay. I can be like, if I want to cuss, I want to say whatever. I can talk and it be delivered. It's intimate. It's intimate. Right. And it doesn't matter if there's 5 people viewing it or 1, because I can still share that. And somebody is going to get it. Yes, somebody's going to get it. Exactly. And that's where I look at the fact that the radio station is a platform to be able to talk about issues that are going on in Columbus, as well as in our nation. Right. And a lot of it is also just, we're all Black. That is, listen, that is unheard of, because I do my research. There's a lot of women when you start going down south, but just in the C bus, there's 3 African American women that are rocking on the radio station on Mondays and Wednesdays. You ain't getting that. Ain't nobody no talent. I ain't waiting for you to tell me nothing.
And we talking sports.
I'm talking sports.
Exactly.
We don't know.
Yeah, I'm the CEO of what I do, and it just gives these girls a chance to say, man, my mom, we all mothers. Right. We wise, we wise, we have careers, and we still out here doing our thing. So men, you better get ready, because I'm kicking down doors like boom, baby. So if you don't want me in, and I went out to Arizona, and it was like, oh, that's the Black girl. I'll be that Black girl, because when I came back, boo, I'm not no personality. I'm a radio analyst. I take care of mine, and we talk about issues that are for us. Mm-hmm. And there's so many African American girls that are out here that now can have that chance, because you can have them come on the show. I can have them come on the show. Right. And talk about things that are affecting them as a whole. It doesn't, the boys are saturated. Everybody always. They have everybody. Yes, everybody has it. Why can't these girls? Every area. Thank you. Why can't these girls get some love? Why can't women as ourselves? And that just kind of goes back to all the craziness that surrounds us. And the BS. I would say the bullshit. And it is what it is. Like, listen, my grind, it might be different than your grind. Exactly. But they don't take away what I do. They don't take away what you do.
That's the exact point. That's the exact point.
And then to say that,
we just going to talk about it. That segues into what we want to talk about today.
Let's do this.
Let's start with whoever is out and about doing the devil's work, because that's what it is.
Yes. Speaking nonsense that didn't come directly from my mouth or Malika's mouth, or the other 2 that are behind there that I know of.
Exactly. That's trying to divide what we're trying to do. We're trying to uplift. And the problem is, when you're saying you're out there for these girls, and you're doing things for these girls, and then you going around and being messy here and there, you're not for girls. You're there trying to see what you can do to stir up some nonsense that is unnecessary.
And to divide, because people believe you divide and you conquer. And the thing is, this is what we're here for. I know what my goal is here. What my goal is here is to bring attention to girls basketball. That's what my goal is for here. It's not to bring attention to myself, because that is not what I'm here. I'm here working in my career for my state job. That is my goal. I'm trying to retire from there. You heard Sports Kels, her bio and what her goal is. And to be honest, I've always been around basketball. I said this before when you first introduced me. I've been my whole life. Then I was honestly against my daughter playing basketball, because I just felt like it was a boys thing. Like, don't do that.
You cheer.
You cheer. I was a cheerleader.
Some bows in your hair.
Malika will tell you when we first started playing, she had a bow in her hair, ruffled socks on. For real. No lie.
So did mine. I was flat iron her hair the day before game.
And they like the real moms.
She would not be able to go. I would do her hair before the game. She would leave the game, and I'm fixing her hair as she's coming off there. But as I watched there, it became a passion of mine. So, and the passion is what we have for here. And it hurt my feelings to hear the nonsense that's going on.
Right.
Because I've watched my daughter go through the divide of people trying to divide and conquer. And I've watched her lose friends or people she thought were friends.
Woo! That's a whole another segment.
That's gonna be a show. We're gonna bring you back.
Yes. But what we're trying to say is, what I see is, where it starts from. It starts from the homies, adults. Or the problem, because a lot of times these girls still love each other no matter what team they on. You know, she still you see them retweet about each other, you see them talk about each other, and the root of the problem is the older people. What we're planting in the seeds that we're planting into these kids is hatred, and that hate is not gonna get you anywhere.
Right. It's not. And I'm gonna tell you, karma is real.
Yeah, karma is real.
And every time you try to do something that is out of character or out of nature of what God is trying to do, it's going to backfire, and it just always does. I mean, that's what I've always seen. Right. So all this watching, listening, looking, we here and we ain't going anywhere.
No,
and we together, and we here at the same station.
Right, because you actually came to. It was just like And then again, that doesn't take away that everybody is human. Right. But there's always a place for everybody, and for me, it's just my platform was where I know what I wanted to do and to give back because sometimes, like next week, my show ain't gonna be about sports. It's about the community. In 2 weeks, I'm a first grade teacher. In 2 weeks, every kid in Columbus in the state of Ohio is gonna be out of school. It's gonna be like a bloodbath.
Somewhere to go.
They're gonna need somewhere to go. So I'm looking for resources and things, just like basketball. And again, it pays to play. And it's true, but there's other resources out here if you can't afford that. Right. And I think that's where, when you go to station, I always look at 97.1 The Fan, 105.7. There's 9 damn sports shows. And they might see one game and they all talk about it in 9 different ways. Right. Exactly. Why the hell can I say it? Right. And it'd be crazy. And we all talk about it, it might not be your take on it. Yeah. Because you're a little bit more technical because you know the stats. Right. I ain't looking at no stats. I'm looking at the power. I want to be in the damn huddle. I want to see what they talking about. The press and post. Where your daughters, because they're in the game, you're looking at a different way. So yes. That's what I take it. Like
we need all sides to be represented. Exactly. We need all sides by women because these are
men, and they're coming women, and they can come to the show and get that one-on-one media take now.
Exactly. Because I'm gonna tell you, because when I brought my daughter onto your show, she really had to sit down and get her interviewing together because I'm like, this is something that you're going to have to get used to. Right. And she's not a real big, in your face, like I want to talk and give me the mic. She's silly and whatever, but that's not something that is her, her strong point.
Her strong point.
Right. So all that is helpful. Exactly. That's teaching them both of
our daughters were on your show, and they both had a good experience from that. And the thing is, at that time we even told you we had an idea about what we wanted to do, but the thing is, we're not ever I'm just gonna be point, but at no point are we ever trying to take away from what she's doing, because I'm impressed by the things that she do. I watch her weekly over the things she posts. I don't even have time to be on social media to post and to see half the things she do. I come in and she be all up my timeline. So
girl, you right there. I take over. That's why I tell people, listen, from August to June, you might want to block me because I know you take over.
Do basketball season. That's all I'm talking about.
We grew up, and they said your auntie and me, we've been friends for 25 plus years. Exactly. I was like, we carry her in her hip, like
that's what I felt bad about, because people didn't understand the backstory. They're talking to you and don't understand. I've known you forever. Exactly. I've known you since I was a baby. So since I was a child. So
and that's why I tell people, in order to build the relation, you got to build relationship to build a premier service. Exactly. So people don't understand. Even for myself, somebody's always had something crazy to say about me, and they're like, you always doing this and doing that, but why not?
Right.
Why not? It's 2017.
Exactly.
African American women, we're just as strong as a white man, and sometimes you gotta take away the race and just say a woman.
Just a woman. Just a woman.
Why can't we kick down the doors? Because the media, it's like we got a little window right now, and we busting it wide open. And so,
and this is the thing. Like we always talk about it, and I've heard you mention it on your show as well. We're gonna talk to some fellas here about it. But what's the difference between women and men in these leagues? The WNBA, the NBA. Why? It's us.
It's us. We're holding each other back. We're holding each other back.
Right. Because we're not supporting each other. and then we want our kids to go, our girls to go and play these sports, but we don't want to support them all.
And we're not mentally preparing them, because the thing is this: you're not allowing them to know there's always going to be somebody else out there. Like I said this to my daughter before the other day. She was talking about track. I mean, this is just the difference. Where she's talking about track, and she's like, man, she jumped this or she did that, and I said to her, it's always going to be somebody a little bit better, or does the same thing as you. So, the thing is, you don't compete with that person. You compete with yourself. I said you try to be a better, and that's the thing. We're not preparing our children to be mentally prepared for the world, because there's never going to be a thing that you do. There's nothing new underneath the sun. So there's always going to be somebody that's done it. It's always there.
And they can be standing right next to you. And they be the ones so that's what you know I'm working on that. I'm gonna get that. And I'm gonna be better. And you know about that.
That's what you said. Like, why is that grind? Why is that grind different?
Because just with having daughters that both play the sport.
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, my kids they compete. My youngest one, she competes so tough. She wanna always beat my oldest daughter.
Right.
So that pushes her. Yeah, that pushes her. So
yeah.
But that's in the family. When you look outside of it, even like for me, going to the Big Ten, going to the tournament, it was like 1 week was the women's, it was half full.
Exactly.
Even the girls.
Exactly.
And then a week later, we couldn't even get a ticket. So it was like, then I started doing research just on the WNBA itself. Like they make almost a third.
Not even a fraction.
A third of what? It's like they're only making $200,000 a year.
And that's the top.
That's the top.
That's the top.
That's the top.
I was like, is that the top?
Girls who come in, they probably can make about $34,000, $35,000. And even though they're doing something that they love and they're not playing all year, $34,000 a year compared to 1.5 million.
Right.
For the bench warmers in the NBA. The bench warmers in the NBA.
And it's just so crazy. It's like you making $35,000 and then you still having the same person, the man, but you're not even making the same effort.
Most likely you have a degree, because women graduate more than men do.
Most of these women have careers, had graduates. They also had where they were talking about the signing bonuses, they're not even there. And then just the media in itself. Yeah. WNBA dropped on Saturday and it wasn't even talked about.
Exactly.
It wasn't even talked about.
Exactly.
And you know what? I was looking for a game.
I
couldn't find one.
Yeah, because we're too busy watching the playoffs. We're watching the NBA playoffs. Because I said something to my own child, because I was like, the WNBA started today, and she worried about watching the Celtics. So I'm like, but you're not supporting your own.
No, the ESPNs and they didn't talk about the Sports Illustrated. It wasn't even on the social media blog.
Exactly.
ESPN.
The only one I've seen was the WNBA. And that's where I have to go, because I follow them.
Right.
And I see, okay, this is what so and so did. I mean, these girls that just got drafted is coming out the door.
Thank you.
Shutting down.
And
don't nobody know.
Nobody knew. And that's how I'm the same way. That's how I started following them on WNBA. Yeah. I just let me go to them. And that's why I found out 2 weeks prior that their season started.
Yeah.
Yep. They didn't even talk about it. It wasn't on the timeline. It was on nothing. Even the
ESPN or ESPN, because I follow on Instagram. Exactly. The only person you seen it was the WNBA. They posted about it, but you didn't see anything from ESPN, because they kept posting the same things over and over. They're talking about LeBron. LeBron ain't even playing.
He's been on vacation.
He's been on top for 2 weeks. I was like, is this really serious? So this again, just the stigmatism that goes along with it. So then you talk about something that we're doing, and then Columbus is it's just fickle with people, and it's small, and it's like I keep it real. I'm the newbie. I'm transparent. Right. So yes, I might not know who you are because I just see your face, because again, AAU ball is so huge.
Yes.
And I'm just like,
it's huge, but it's small, as you can see, because everybody's in the middle of everything. And the thing is, to be honest, almost all the girls, like in their age bracket, they probably all play together at some point.
And now I'm starting to realize that. And then like the parents, and then like the coaches, it's like, okay, So then for me, I'm the face of my brand versus other brands where I've been following since I got on social media.
Yeah.
Right.
They're just, you see that logo. But for me, so even for you, your faces are now out there. So they like, oh, you this, and they saying it. And it's just like, because again, I'm the face of my brand and not so much the logo.
And the funny thing is, they didn't realize that we've known each other, though. That's the thing. That's the thing, though. That's what I meant to. When I first heard it, I'm like, wait a minute, do you know that I know her, that I can call?
I've been carrying Serena on her hip. Like, listen.
But y'all not hitting
on the phone.
Right.
I was like, JB, put her on the phone.
On the phone right now.
I was like, she was at the birthday party last week. You know what I'm saying?
Like you guys are like, how, like, I know I'm old, for a second. 11, but I was like it's just like I said, the relationship, and people really don't know.
Exactly.
And then for me, I'm just real. I'm just 100%. I'm rough around the edges. I love what I do. I believe in what I do.
Yeah.
When I see other women, like I told you when y'all came, do your thing. Believe in you, because again, the more of us out here, because they look at us as a talent, a beauty.
Right.
Shit, I'm a beauty with brains.
Right.
I'm a beauty who can talk. I can sit side by side. So I'm sitting right beside Ron and listen. After a while, he gonna be like, listen, Kelly, you gonna have to be quiet. Stop talking. You're taking over the conversation.
Go ahead and talk.
I mean, I'm the same way. You gonna hear me if I'm in the room. You gonna
hear me.
You gonna hear me.
That's why she's fired.
Right.
I'm not good with text messages, like social media. I don't got a lot to say back on that. Like we have group messages. I don't say nothing. But when you see me in person,
you will hear me.
Yeah.
For me, I'm the total opposite.
Right.
I don't want to talk, but I'll tell you on social media. I'll be in your DM. I'll be in your DM box all day.
Not me, because people try to text and fight. Like, no, I don't want to text and fight. Call me.
Right.
So you can hear me, so you know my tone.
You know how I feel for real.
But that's how the kids. But that's how the girls. That's how kids communicate now.
Right.
They don't know how to.
No,
they don't know
they don't.
how to communicate. That's the
problem. I can tell my daughter something. She's like, "Why are you hollering?" Like, I ain't hollering. Because it just gets misconstrued. And that's the thing. It was just like, listen, from the text message, and from people.
I'm not hollering. I'm just saying what I need to say, and it may you just hearing it.
Exactly.
Bring it home.
Different.
Stop playing games. Out here.
Exactly. But my moral of this story that everybody should get is stop trying to divide and conquer. God don't like ugly. He doesn't like ugly. And the thing is when people are out here trying to do something positive at that, and at no point, and I'm saying this right, at no point am I trying to take over or do what she does, because what she does is something I can't do.
Exactly.
I can't, because my life just would not fit in it, and my passion is not the same passion as her. So I don't want it. Yeah, I'm not. I got my lane, and I stay right in it.
As a matter of fact, when Luther.
He said Luther.
Luther.
Oh my God.
Rico, we miss you. We miss you today.
Hey, Luther.
Right.
When Luther was like, "Yeah, we go. Y'all can be on the radio." I was like, "Wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
Wait.
Right.
I wasn't ready for that part.
Right. We had an idea. We had an idea. Like we had a small idea.
A small idea.
He was like, "Yeah, I got it all set up. Are y'all free on Wednesdays?" I was like, "Wait a minute."
But we both be like, "Are you free? Free for what?"
Bro, nigga was like, "I thought we were doing some blood gas." She's like, "I thought it was
like, you know, on
small." No.
Facebook Live.
Like full out.
Yes.
He was like, "No, we got some studio time." I was like, "Wait a minute now. Hold on now. I gotta go to the gym, man. I gotta get my lunch."
And see, right. And that's how my brain was when I told her, I was like, "We're gonna be on the radio." She's like, Kels, you are the one. I'm doing 101. So shouts out to my team, Junior P and EZ and Marshawn, and then middle school Amaya, like her, like this herself.
Yeah, I love that. That's
bringing her
that's nice.
into the.
You have a couple. Don't you have another college student?
A college student, Marshawn Waters. He graduates May 19th, and just be able to I look at Maya and her being in that organization again. When she reached out, was like, Miss Kelly, I want to be a part of it because this is what I want to do. Yeah. And I think about, that's why I did that. I think about how I would have felt if I would have had that chance. Right. We can't never go back. It is what it is. But I'm like, man, if I could just turn that dial back and be able to have that opening. We didn't even have this set up.
That's the reason for you. That's why you're here. You were here for that opening. It was all set up for that.
I was like, do you know what you can do so that when you get to that next level, all girls, that's why I tell the girls to come, because I'm just like, all girls come and be a part of it, because media, like you said, it's the things that we've been through. That's what's going to happen when you get to this next level.
And we've only been we've only had 2 shows. We had 2 shows. And 2 shows. We got rumors and drama meal. I'm like, how am I in a conversation?
So how you think I felt when I'm out? And I'm like, I don't know you.
Wait to run up and tell you something.
I'm like, I don't know you. I don't know you. Right. And you in here going in like, I was like,
and you don't even know that I do know her.
Yeah. And they just like, are you sports hell? And I was like, wow, like for real.
Walk in the door.
Yeah, it was like for real.
I got you some stuff. Yeah. Right, let me show you.
And that's what I was like.
Let me break your spirit right now. Let me break your spirit. Because that's what that does.
So when you called me, I was like, I already had talked to Malika. They knew, I already knew what was happening. It was just like, let's do this. We can
There's just no hate. There's no hate.
Yeah.
There's love, and we have our own lane. And I'm going to repeat. I don't want her lane. Okay.
Don't you want to come over here? Don't you want to come over here and do like 5 sports? You want to do soccer, basketball?
Matter of fact, I won't even be honest. We talked about that in our conversation. I said I can't even keep up with
that.
all that sports. I don't even know.
Tough.
Because
it's basketball with girls basketball.
Just trying
alone,
to keep
it's a lot.
Exactly.
It's a lot.
So much.
But when you live and breathe it, it just comes honestly. So yes, when I wake up in the morning, I'm binging y'all like bing, bing, bing. My Facebook is set up with all apps, everything. So I know all the latest, and then because that's just what that's what I'm. Yeah, I love it. I breathe it, and I don't know nothing else but that. Like let's talk about some sports. Let's talk about some soccer. Let's talk about some baseball. NBA.
Because baseball, I can't even pay attention long to that. So.
And as a matter of fact, I was going to send my daughter, my oldest daughter, because she in school for mass communications and broadcasting with emphasis in journalism.
Yes.
She was like, "Can I come out?" I said, "I don't know how to help you with none of that. I know somebody who can."
Come on. Because all we here is to give a parent opinion. We're trying to help some parents out.
We try to be as unbiased as we can and just give it to you exactly the way we received it.
Exactly, because we've been in this. We've watched AAU from our girls were 8 years old. We have a lot of knowledge. We've seen some good, some bad,
and some ugly,
and with the rumors. This ain't the first set of rumors you've been a part of. Like, I mean,
and that's how I felt with me. I was like, you know what? This been how ever since I started this show, it's been bananas. Like, I just want to shut it down. Like, for what? Why can't we have a place?
Right.
Online, to me, online is the thing now. Nobody watches really TV. They go online.
So they can watch it when they want to. Because sometimes while we on the show, you might have 7 people watching, but we ended up with 100 and some viewers because they watch it later on.
That's why
I want to go back and listen and see what information is going to be helpful.
Thank you. And that's what I look at all the time with us being on the show. And that was another thing, that platform where I could actually take my show and share it. And then with Maya, she can actually, that media, you get in that media experience for now when these girls are out here, they can use that media segment as exposure segments to these coaches.
Yeah.
Oh, I was on the show. I was on here.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I can talk. So yeah, it's
we got a call.
We got a call.
We got a caller. 94 feet and beyond.
Caller.
Hey,
what's up?
There on the line.
What's up?
It's everybody's favorite uncle.
What?
Yeah. Y'all didn't think I was gonna pop up on y'all.
We was wondering. We was wondering if you was looking through the window or
Oh yeah.
Rico, they got this. We bosses in here. You want to take the day off? We got this. 3 ladies. Ron, he's just participating. We got this.
Well, I know security.
Right. Exit to the left.
You got
something? So what you gotta say?
Hey, I just want to say that it's beautiful to see all y'all in there together, man. Really being together and doing something positive. And for anybody that was feeling a certain way or thinking things weren't what they are, and that's cool between us. Like y'all said, we on the same station. We deal with the same people. We're in the same camp, basically. So it's good to let all the naysayers or haters, if you want to call them, or just people that don't really know what's going on, that may have got information misconstrued, or maybe they interpreted it the wrong way. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. But it's neither here nor there. It's just good to see y'all in there doing what y'all do, because all y'all are passionate about what y'all do. Kels is passionate about what she does.
Right.
Ice and Fire, they love what they do. And Devo over there, he loved what he does.
Devo. I was wondering what your name was.
Ronnie Devo.
I don't have no name.
That's is that the light skin?
No. They trying to figure out some kind of nickname.
He Ronnie with the light eyes.
Ronnie with the light eyes.
I mean, I just wanted to call in y'all to, so y'all doing a good job right now. I mean, I'm enjoying watching y'all work. So, but I might pop up on y'all. So, last call.
All right.
And we're gonna cut.
We're gonna take a little break. Right. We'll take about a 5-minute break. We'll be
thanks
back.
for calling in, Ron. Rico.
Rico.
And Ron, Rico.
Ron with the light eyes.
Right.
Now we're talking
We talking about Ron with the light eyes.
Ron with the right eyes.
Yeah, yeah. Way back when I was broke, they ain't want me, but now I'm back. Got some fake son, I started to count you, I'm getting my stacks. You ain't on that money mission, only words that I got is back. I got a couple killers if you're feeling like you need to act. Please don't try to come and flex again. Don't flex, see a couple essays that the Mexican. Your girl scream my name like my only friend. And you know I'm like my only friend. Pack of pussies when it's in the holster. Fast money like I'm moving soda. Fast money hitting in a sofa. And my wrist is flicking like I'm cooking soda. Yoko said she want me. Had to distance. She was with the homie, so we had to flip her. She was going down. Yelling timber and that Nina on me, so don't try to tempt her. Really just started going by the cold. Man, that's sleeping on me. Man, it's getting old. You can call the game, but they never fold. You can play the game, but my player pause. Derek on me, but that speaker knockers got that taller on me. And it's going young, cause I ain't never worried. Say I'm about to button up your shirt, but I'm gonna stop you like, whoa. Man, these rappers getting bold, telling stories like they fold. I never fold. Pull up 100s, I'm flexing. Your girl steady trying to text me, and she just met me. I show her the real, she let me. So don't please, don't try to test me, and I'm going lefty. She pull up with Dizzy, I'm flexing. She said she wanted some shifty like. It's crazy how the story goes, baby. And I know you've been stressing a lot lately. It's crazy how her soul is screaming, save me. And I know what she wants, she's screaming, lay me down, 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 down. Baby screaming, lay down. Ain't no time to play now. Change my player ways. Crazy how she thinks I changed now. Yeah. Money mission, we need it, so give us them fast bucks. 100K up in the safe for my Uzi and Max, I be strapped up. If you talking tough, we hit you up, never ask when you act up. Better believe, that's the running game on all of these niggas. Yeah, money mission, we need it. Money mission, we need it. I wanna ball, I want my name on all the fake wall. This ain't a game I call, I left running when I hit the stage, you know I'm a star. Yeah. Me and Keith been on a mission to get in our stats up. Yeah, catch a flight tonight, I'm ready, got everything packed up. Yeah, got my shooters with me, don't get close to me and act up. But we got our cash up, we got my green in the Packers, yeah. Niggas be faking, flapping, playing roles like they actors. Yeah, like they know his rappers gon' be better than they last one. Yeah, let's be honest, I'm using both the way I pass up. Don't be the one getting passed up. Wanna know the way you view me, what's your thoughts on me like Aubrey's last album? I won a Grammy of BET, standing ovation, the praise for my travel, my journey. I learned from bridges burning. I'm the greatest and you see the outcome. So here I never would fathom. Started to be like I'm 21 on his birthday, we getting faster. Yeah, more guys waiting for me. I think the people been patient with me. Waving my dreams are the way that they seem in the sheets. And people been patient with me. So, bedtime's the correct time to get in a session. Write my blessings down when I'm asleep. Counting down this way I'm catching shit. Yeah.
Flex.
Way back when I was broke, they ain't want me, but now I'm back. That's a fake son, I started to count you, I'm getting my stacks. You ain't on that money mission, only words that I got is back. Cause I got a couple killers if you're feeling like you need to act. Please don't try to come and flex again. Yeah, see a couple essays that the Mexican. Yeah, your girl scream my name like my only friend. Yeah, and you know I'm like my only friend. Flex.
There was just a point where I was just like, yo, I don't give a fuck. I'm ready to take on anything. The music speaks. It's such a transparent formula. The music speaks, and it will take you as far as you want to go.
Just gotta keep it real every step of the way. When the fake is all on my face. Stay ready. Stay ready. Stay ready. Great. I gotta show these streets what I'm made of. All you lames need to chill with the fake love. Y'all tryna bake with me cause I got my cake up. Ain't no seats at my table, now you late, bruh. And you can't break me in a game that I was built for. I ain't dying for nobody I would kill for. You ain't really bout it, what you acting trill for? I ain't the person that you gotta act real for. I'm so glad I'm not a pessimist. I can't dwell on the negative, I'm really on some flexion shit. I want gold on my neck and wrist. Give my haters more reasons, show 'em what the Lord blessed me with. And when it come to real people, I'm a bit confused, cause they ain't worried about me when I was finna lose. Some people call my phone, I let them hit a voicemail, cause if I answer, I'm the one that's gonna be getting used. These hoes only want the money, but you bustin' in them. That lame, he be snitching, but you fucking with him. If they don't ride for me, I ain't running with them. My round never leave that house unless a gun is with them. If you pray for my peace, I thank you. Some nights I didn't need, it changed. And if I ain't getting no sleep, then I was getting it. The poverty they talk about, I had to live in it. Living out my wit before I had a crib. Still giving to the homeless when I'm one of them. My mama hit me up, I couldn't tell. Tell her I was down bad, feeling that I felt. Had to realize I ain't no shit. Living in this world on my own beat. I know I gotta grind and stay focused. Stay ready and focused. Had to realize I ain't no shit. Living in this world on my own beat. I know I gotta grind and stay focused. Stay ready and focused. Had to realize I ain't no shit. Living in this world on my own beat. I know I gotta grind and stay focused. Stay ready and focused.
I just like kind of woke up one day like, yo, this is my time. This is my this is my thing. I run this, you know, like nobody can really talk to me. I'm good at what I do. Just don't get your first big shot to speak out and you think it's like the right thing to do is to start like trying to, you know, come for the dawn, you know. It's like it's not gonna work. And I don't go for that.
All right, we back 94 feet and beyond. She's got next. We got our next guest, wonderful guest in the studio with us to talk about some great stuff. We have Mr. Jermaine Geis.
Hello, hello.
And Mr. Bryant Jones.
What up, Central Ohio?
All right.
If y'all can give us a brief, you can just introduce yourself and how you are involved in the game. We'll go ahead and start with you, Jermaine.
Well, you know, my name is Jermaine Geis. I grew up in Westerville, Ohio. Played basketball there. Then I went on to play at Butler University. Mm-hmm. Then after I finished up at Butler, I played overseas for about 14 years. So played in Australia, played in Israel for 5, France for 6, played in Portugal, and played in the minor leagues here in the States. So once I finished with all that, I came back. My father was already in the game, the AAU game. Mm-hmm. You know, he's kind of got everything started, right. You know, even on the boys' side, really.
Yep, right.
And so, you know, I just came back into the fold with him and started doing things that way. You know, he got me back into it, coaching and doing different things this way. So,
and you got a tribe with you?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I am married with 5 children.
Right. And how many of them play basketball?
Well, all of them played. My oldest, she just graduated from the University of Cincinnati. Okay. She didn't play basketball there, but she wanted to. She is going to go to medical school.
Oh wow!
So,
okay,
you
that's
know,
great.
So for me, I'm like, man, go ahead and do that so you can take care of Pops.
Exactly.
Right.
But the other 4, they're still in school. I have a daughter that's a sophomore at Westerville South. I have a son that's an 8th grader. in middle school, and then I have a 6th and a 5th grader, two more daughters. So
Okay,
4 girls, 1 boy. You know, we at it.
Yeah, you're busy. And they all play basketball. Okay.
That's exactly right.
Is that why you don't have any hair?
Oh yeah, the hair is gone. The hair on the head is gone. On the face is gray.
Right.
So, hey, you know what I mean?
The funny thing was he had cornrows.
Dang, Jermaine, you got pictures? I've never seen the cornrows now.
I thought I was AI over there.
Okay. See, I didn't even know that, Jermaine.
I had the headband.
I had to do some Google searching or something.
Shoot, I got a little hang time,
You go to school together? You want to be there?
No, actually, BJ and I didn't go to school together. We actually met in AAU.
Oh, okay.
Back in the day. We don't have to go back.
Not too far. Don't give them the year.
Right.
Back in the day.
Right.
Back in the day, my father actually was the coach with all Ohio boys. This was before there was any girls.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, actually, for those that don't know, back then there wasn't all these AAU teams.
Right.
It was only the best of the best, the elite of the elite that played AAU.
Right.
So in Central Ohio, I think there was maybe like 4 AAU teams.
Okay, wow.
And so there wasn't tournaments every weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It was, okay, we're going to practice and then we're going to go try to qualify for AAU Nationals.
Okay.
So then you would go to that tournament and participate in that and then try to finish 1 or 2 in the state.
Mm-hmm.
So that way you can go on to Nationals. So Dougie Fresh and I linked up then.
Dougie Fresh.
That's right.
Dougie Fresh.
I'm on the big box. He got the lyrics.
So we met back then playing AAU.
And that was we were 13, I think, at the time. We
Yeah.
played 13U or 14U for his father.
Yeah. Did we go to Jonesboro?
Jonesboro, Arkansas.
That's where.
Wow.
So we did qualify for
Yeah.
national.
I see that. I see.
14 years, I'm sure you was doing something on the basketball.
That's right.
So then we ended up going to Jonesboro. We took a road trip back then. It was getting a 13 or 12 or 15 passenger van,
Mm-hmm.
jump in and roll out.
Yeah. Meet up at Glenwood Rec Center in the morning. Be there at 7 o'clock and you get left.
Oh yeah. So
how'd y'all end up doing?
that year
We came in ninth.
We came in
Ninth
ninth
in the nation. Yeah.
That's really what. That's really
we
good.
came in ninth in the nation. So
Okay.
I mean, we held it down.
And that was the year when Chris Webber was down there.
Oh wow.
Grant Hill. So we were in that same age group with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I learned something new every day.
So now you're telling me.
Yeah, now I see.
That's okay. That's good. That's
We're a little bit younger than them guys. Playing above our level.
He was playing up.
BJ, give us a little bit about you, though, a little background.
So I grew up here, of course, in Central Ohio. Went to West for a couple of years high school, and then I ended up finishing my career at East High School. Went away to play basketball in college for a year up in St. Joseph's in Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't go well for me there, just too immature at the time. So ended up coming back here to Columbus, and was just playing in rec leagues for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of guys, older guys, got my ear and said, "Man, look, you wasting time. Get yourself back in school, man, and play and get that degree."
Yeah.
Right.
So I took that to heart. So I ended up going to Columbus State, playing a couple of years there, junior college All-American.
Mm-hmm.
Ended up going to Ohio Dominican, finishing up there. Played my last 2 years there, and that's how I met my wife, and then kind of got involved in this whole basketball AAU thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you went back and finished because that's
a good message there.
Yeah.
Definitely
Very important.
And how people can use this game
Oh yeah.
That's
for
right.
to get what you need.
I tell everybody the ball stops bouncing.
Right.
Yes.
What are you gonna do?
That's right.
Right.
What you gonna do?
Right.
A lot of kids don't want to see beyond basketball, right?
Right.
They think they're gonna play basketball for the rest of their lives, but like you said,
Right.
there's gonna be a time when that basketball stops bouncing.
You gotta have
What's next?
something,
Right.
some substance.
My wife is still on me.
The basketball's still bouncing for him.
Man, I try to get some games in here.
Oh Lord.
She's like, you need to give it up.
She's
You need to give it up.
Sit down. Sit down.
I can't sit down yet.
I mean, if you can still play, then.
Oh yeah.
Then do it.
Nah, I didn't say I could play that well.
That's okay.
I think I'm a lot slower. I definitely can't jump.
You feel like you're moving faster.
But yeah, you're right.
Then you see
in my mind, I'm there.
Now you like on that jump shot. They say that's the last thing that goes is the jump shot.
That's exactly right.
You know, so you might not be able to make those same moves and get open like before, but that jump shot don't never go.
But you know, I like playing with the young guys and trying to teach them that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I can still think.
Yeah.
I might not be able to.
Your basketball IQ.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
That makes a difference.
Try to help them out there. So
yeah.
And so you have a tribe as well.
Well, I don't have 5.
You have a small tribe.
So Jermaine got me beat by 2.
Anything over 2 is a tribe.
It's a tribe, right? That is a tribe. That's because we both have 2. So that's that.
So it's funny. You know, Jermaine told a story about how he and I played together when we were 13. And just give you some backstory. So, and I have 3 children. So, my oldest daughter plays with his daughter. Played with his older daughter until a couple of years ago. And then our middle child, well, at least my middle child, who's 12, plays with his younger daughter.
Okay.
And then I have a son that's 7. But going back to our history together, so when I started to investigate, you know, AAU, and you know, because you hear a lot of horror stories about AAU, especially, you know, before you get involved about, you know, organizations not doing the right thing, they're not learning, they're just rolling basketballs out, they're not teaching fundamentals and doing the skill work.
Right.
You know, when I was investigating for my oldest daughter, you know, and I found Eddie Geis, and you know, Eddie Geis is still with us at that time, and I said, who better to entrust my daughter with than somebody who I trusted and I played for.
Right.
Exactly.
And you know, and then when I connected, I hadn't seen Mr. Geis in probably 5 or 10 years, maybe not 10 years, about 5 or 7 years at the time. And when I saw him, like we hadn't missed a beat, he came right up to me, hugged me, like, "Hey, what's going on, Doug? How you been?"
Always.
So you know, he was a special man, and like I said, when we were looking for an opportunity, you know, that was the right fit for us.
And that's good. Now I'll just give a little story.
Oh yeah.
A little story. That's a little story. What story you got?
We got them coming.
So, you know, I had put a post out there. My husband coached with Mr. Geis on the boys' side. And when he decided to come over and do the girls, he was like, "Oh, we going with them," you know, because I know him.
Right.
And I had explained that me and my husband, as a matter of fact, tomorrow is my anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
It'll be 21 years married.
Wow.
And as long as we've been together, 26 years, I've seen my husband cry about 10. I can count on my hands because he's just not a crier.
Right.
That's just not his personality.
Right.
But when Mr. Geis died, he cried. And I knew, you know, he was
trying to get me over here, girl.
So, I just want you to know that, you know, the effect that he has had on people, you know.
He's a pillar, right? He's a pillar in the community.
He's a
genuine.
He's a pillar.
He was, you know, I remember when our girls played for the Hoopsters.
Yes.
And he was like, "We gotta get these uniforms." And it was like 10 o'clock at night. He was running around trying to get their uniforms together because he said he was gonna do it.
Right.
So he was a man of his word. He was a good man. He was, you know, that whole situation. And I just remember Lee saying, I thought he was gonna make it. I just, you know, and you know, he cried and I cried, and I didn't know him the way he did.
Right.
But
yeah, he put up a good fight. You know, that's my man. Still my man.
Oh yeah. He's still watching.
He is.
He's still
but you know,
out there.
But you know, like you said, you know, the hoopster's always a hoopster.
Right.
You might be playing somewhere else.
Right.
You still a hooper.
It's funny. You guys remember that first? Well, it wasn't your first team, but that first team when my daughter got involved. So, you know, Jordan, Samaria, Peyton.
If you're looking at all the girls, and all the girls are doing well. Madison, like if you think about it, Gina is like Summer.
Everybody.
I told Dougie Fresh, I said, when I come on the show, I definitely have to shout out all those girls. Because they virtually running the city now.
Yes, Central Ohio.
Not just the city.
Central Ohio.
They're doing some big things.
They are doing very big.
And we've seen that in them
from a young age.
Yeah,
I have a story from your dad too, because I wasn't really into the whole girls playing basketball. And matter of fact, it was like a little page in the paper that said that they had AAU, and actually the grade was 4th, and my daughter was 3rd. And everybody always like, oh, she's good, she can play that. But at first, that's all I say that.
Hey, remember it was wrecking shop though. It was wrecking shop.
But after that last tournament, and then from there on, they was doing it. But I remember talking to him, and I was like, you know, you a nice guy and everything, you know. But I think my daughter's not coming back. I was like, for one, this is too much money for me to invest in. And for two, I just don't think I want my daughter doing this. Like, I just
well, I'm sure. I'm just speaking. I wasn't there, but I'm sure my dad was like, well, we'll work that out.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. That's what he said. He just said, hold on. He's like, hold on. He's like, this week. Yeah, he's like, we'll work it out. And he was like, some girls, you know, some girls that just play, and he was like, and then some girls are just special. And he's like, I know your daughter's 8. And you don't see what I see. He was like, but just wait on it. Just wait. He was like, because she was like, she has something. He's like, but then he was like, but you know what? I'm gonna go beyond, because there was a bunch of girls out there that are so talented right now. He was like, you know, and he said, this team is special. He was like, I don't think it's gonna be the best idea for you to remove her from what is already destined to happen. He said that to me that day. He said they're gonna be special, and I just stopped and I just kind of looked at him. He said, but I'm not gonna press you. He was like, you think about it, and then next week, and Lee was the coach at the time. He was like, and I am. He was like, I'm telling you, you know, he's a good guy. And I was like, well, I don't know, you know. And I was like, I mean, does he know what he's doing, you know? I was like, his daughter's on the team. I was like, you know how people do with their kids. This was my comments. He was like, just relax. And I just remember that. And from that day, literally almost that day, it changed my whole perspective of it. He was just like, your daughter has something special, and I know it might not be what you want to do, but if it's what she wants to do, you need to let her do it. And then from there on, I will never forget that conversation. I would never, because I really wasn't like, I had been around basketball. My cousin played basketball. I went to games.
Basketball family.
Yeah, my family is all basketball, like all sports, everything. The Rogers, that's what they do. So I was around it, but I was a cheerleader. So anyways, I just wanted to say, your dad really, he changed my whole appreciation for it and allowed my daughter to do something that she loved, and it's a gift, you know. So and I'm just glad he was able to say that. So your dad was amazing. And I didn't know him as well as some of the other ones, but I literally cried a tear too. Like, and I didn't even know him well, because it was just, I didn't have a whole lot of conversations. I can't say I know him like he was my best friend or anything like that, but every interaction I had with him was something special, you know.
And we didn't even know he was sick.
We didn't. I had no idea.
He was always in the gym.
Always in the gym.
Anyway,
he just kind of kept that to himself. I mean,
and I mean, you do.
He was still ripping and running. Still ripping and running. You would have never known.
Yeah, we were complaining about uniforms. I think that right before he got real sick, we were complaining to him about uniforms. I got it. We'll be there. Don't worry about it.
Right.
So
yeah, he always used to have, towards the end, he would have me running around. You know, he'd be like, oh, I need to go to the office. We go to the office. You know, he was an insurance agent.
Yes.
So we go to the office. We'd be there about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, just talking. And then he'd be like, all right, I gotta go. So he'd go somewhere else. So I was kind of to go around, run around with him, but it was a great time. You know, and I really enjoyed spending that time with him towards the end. So it was
awesome. Can you tell us about, you know, how he got started? You know?
Well, I hit on it a little bit before. He got started really with me. He got started, actually, Jerry Watson from the boys' side saw me playing in middle school, came to him and said, hey, you know what? I want your son to play AAU with me. Now, the previous year I had played with someone else, but Jerry wanted me to play with All Ohio at that time. And then he enlisted my dad as being the coach. So my dad brought me over. We started training and doing different things there. Like I said, there was only about 4 teams at the time in the city. And so that's how we got started in the AAU. And then from there, it took off after I graduated and went on to school to play at the University of Butler. Then I had a younger sister. And so then he gravitated towards my sister, and then he actually branched off from Jerry and started the All Ohio girls side. So at that time, there was no girls program going on. And so he started doing that, but they were kind of like a team. So
I heard JB mention that.
And actually JB was one of the coaches that my dad brought in, and at that time JB was the elite coach.
Okay.
You know, he was doing kind of what he's doing now, you know, traveling around, you know, trying to find the best talent in the state and bringing them in to participate on the team. And JB is one of the reasons that you know, that All Ohio at that time got the girls Nike deal.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So you know, it was instrumental. You know, JB was almost, you know, at this time I was kind of gone. I was still playing professionally.
Yeah.
But JB came in and my dad took him under his wing and showed him the game. And you know, now look what JB's doing now.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he's, you know, you know, it's about, at the end of the day, you know, I know my father had this motto. You know, I try to do it, and I'm sure a lot of other programs in the area try to do this. You know, it's about the kids.
Right.
Exactly.
You know
That's
what
our
I mean?
that's our whole point. That's our
Exactly.
point. That's
the motto.
It's about the kids.
It
I mean,
has to be.
Yeah.
you know, I mean, you want to see them succeed in
Yeah.
whatever it
All
is they
of
want to do.
Exactly.
And for me, you know, especially with me going different places and playing, you know, in different cities, I like to see people from Central Ohio do well.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I love to see them rep.
It's exciting.
Yeah,
It's
really
exciting.
is.
I share it every time I see something from any of the girls. You know, I see them in the paper, and me and my husband, we check during the high school season. I check always. I check Western South. Where I know where all the girls that I'm at Pitt Central, Afrocentric. You know, all the girls, all of our girls, and you watch them and you
be like, yes. Like, even sometimes people don't get the articles, and I'll just send them their articles. Like, no kids in the paper.
Right. Like, oh, she scored 15 today.
Right. I mean, it's wonderful because they put so much time in this. And that's the reason why we, you know, Serena and I wanted to do this show, is because we wanted to just, it's a different world. People don't realize it's not just basketball.
Right.
It's not just getting out on the court and playing and being good.
That's right.
Because, I mean, like you said, they've been playing for so long.
Like, and there's summers, there's summers. I said, where most kids, you know, you planning your summer vacations. I mean, you may get a vacation in here, but there's, like Samaria said this year, you know, she's like, I'm not gonna work this year because I want to have a little bit of time. Because you know, you're gone. Their summers are spent traveling, and if you're not traveling, you're working out. Some people don't get that, you know, the ideal, the fact that some of these girls that are on these elite levels or top level, you know, like y'all two girls are going to the USA trials. For them to get to that elite level, it's not by just playing AAU 1 year, by you shooting the ball a couple of times here and there in the gym, or you just showing up when a coach tell you to show up, or calling out your coach. These girls are doing things when nobody else does.
A lot of people don't realize how much time these girls actually spend in the gym training, practice. I mean, it's a lot of work. It's a big commitment. Like you said, I mean, girls give up a lot of their free time and social life.
They don't have one.
To try to be the best that they can be.
Exactly.
You know, so it's a huge commitment. I think a lot of people get into this game and they don't understand the commitment it takes to really get yourself to that top tier level.
Exactly. And when people say ball is life, they don't understand the legitimacy of when ball becomes life. It really it becomes you have to put so much time and so much effort. And it's not just the girls, it's the parents and the people on the outside. It bothers me when the girls don't get the same amount of showtime, you know, or the same amount of attention. When they put the same amount of effort in as all the boys do. They put the same effort in, sometimes more.
Yeah, sometimes more.
And they're getting less out of it. However, if they can get a college education, that is the goal.
That
is the goal. And that's the one thing, you know, I feel like on my side with my child is we found something that worked for her. It was basketball. And, you know, it's something that she don't mind going in the gym and putting in that time to do. And so why not get that scholarship? Like this is they don't understand. I'm still paying student loans.
Student loans are serious.
Want to do it if you don't have to, and they don't realize, you know, it's more than just, oh yeah, I'm gonna play a little bit and then I'm gonna go and get seen and do all this. No, it's, you know, it's a mindset. It's people on the outside. It's vultures. It's a whole lot more, you know, mental, physical, spiritually, everything. So,
and then these girls are putting a lot of pressure on themselves too, right?
Exactly.
So, you know, they get to a certain level, and then all of a sudden the pressure starts to weigh on them.
We've talked about that because we're gonna have a show about that because my child in particular, she's had some difficulties in it because it's so much pressure.
It's not just your child.
I mean, I know, but I just know from my personal experience. Believe me, I know. But from my personal experience, I watched
everybody.
I just watched the pressure. But I just watched the pressure, like, and you just didn't realize it because the thing is now with social media, you know, sometimes when we went home, it was over with. You know, the kids at school could be like, y'all gonna win tomorrow.
Did you see that movie?
Right.
She did like that.
Right. Did she see? She got hers retweeted 30 times. You know what I'm saying? She got 30 likes on hers. You know, like
don't fall.
Don't fall
and be on video.
Don't miss an open layup. Like don't miss a game winning shot. Like everybody knows. Everybody knows
before you know.
Yeah. So it's a different. And then the thing is most of these girls still have good grades. So behind them and all the athletics and all the work that they're putting in to keep their grades up at a high level. You know, then they're studying. Exactly. Now our girls are going. I think 3 of us, our girls will be juniors next year, so they got ACTs to worry about. So it's like so many different things going on. But we also want to go into what's going on coming up about your the Eddie Geis Memorial coming up.
Yes. Obviously, we were talking about a little bit. My father passed away in 2012, and we used to always do a tournament. But at that time, we changed the name and we made it the Eddie Geis Memorial. So that's been going on since 2012. We're having that this coming weekend. We're having a pretty decent turnout. I think we're having close to 40 or 50 teams this year. So so the numbers are up a little bit.
That's good. That's good.
And you know what? It's you know, it's special for me, you know, being my father. But you know, I just enjoy giving something a little back to the community, to the players. And you know, it's been good so far. It's been real good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So it's when did it start, on Friday or? Actually,
it's going to start. It's just going to be a 2-day, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
The event's going to be in the Westerville area.
Okay.
You know, that's where, you know, he coached and did his thing. So it'll probably be at the 3 high schools
in Westerville. Okay.
So I
tried South Central.
Yep, South Central and North. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So I tried to bring it back there. You know, before, you know, there's a lot of tournaments that are in Reynoldsburg.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Whitehall.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, you know, let me try to bring
it back home to you.
Bring it back to Westerville.
Bring it back home to you.
To the Dub.
Right.
But yeah, so it's a you know, it's a good time. You know, I try to get my family involved. Not too much because I don't want to bother them.
Right.
But if they want to help, you know, work some different things, then hey, you know, I'm all for it.
Right.
So yeah.
So what ages are playing?
We have actually 4th grade all the way up to 11th grade. So we have teams in every age group. And like I said, it's a pretty good turnout this year. So
That's good.
You know, I try to do some partnering with a couple different organizations so they can come in and bring their teams. You know, it's been successful. It's been successful thus far. So I'm looking forward to it.
So I do have a question. So you also coach at Westerville boys?
Yes, I do. I coach on the boys side.
What is the significant difference that you see from coaching boys?
Put you on the spot.
It's all good. I'm ready. Well, I'm a share a brief story.
Okay.
From when I first started coaching the girls. I came back. You know, we're playing this team now. The team had just beat us by like 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, the rest of the day, the rest of the term, we're playing. Actually, we're in the semifinal or the championship game, and we play this team again. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, how can I motivate these girls?
Right.
So I bring them all together, and I said, hey, these girls was talking trash to us in the hallway. They're saying they're gonna beat us again, and this and that and that and this. And then the girls looked at me and said, they really said that? I said, No, I just want you to be ready.
Right.
That's what they thinking.
Yeah.
Right.
And then it was like, I'm like, okay, so that's the difference.
I
Whereas
thought you was gonna say they started crying.
no,
I'm sure you
that
see
too.
tears.
You seen that
I know you see
too.
the tears. I know you didn't got the tears.
I've seen that also. But you know, with the boys, if you say something like that, their pride is
They be
gonna
like,
kick in.
oh,
What? They
Yeah.
said what? All right, hey, let's go, coach. Let's go.
Right.
Who said it?
Right.
You said it was her, I got her.
So that's one of the things that I learned early, you know, with coaching the girls. Another thing is a lot of times with the girls, they're going to listen to you.
Yeah.
You know, if you know what you're doing, if you tell them that, you know, this is what you need to do or try to accomplish, they're going to go out there and try it. On the boy side, sometimes they're like, man, you got to prove you know what you're talking about.
Right.
You got to prove this to me.
Play somewhere.
Right.
So really, did you play?
What's your credentials?
What was the team?
What's your last
Did y'all
name?
win? Like, did you get a trophy? Like,
You see, that's another reason. That's
Right.
There's always gonna be one of them.
Right.
But
You don't know my cousin.
But see, that's why too. I still play because I gotta
You
show them
got to.
sometimes.
Yeah.
I gotta show
Still
them
do it for
that you still know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Right.
But yeah, for me, that's the biggest difference. You know, like I said, the girls are pretty fundamental, and they're gonna try to do exactly what it is you're asking them to do.
Mm-hmm.
The boys, you know, the game's a little different. You know, they'll
They gonna put a twist to it.
yes, and they'll just try to go off the cuff sometimes, freelance.
Freelance it, yeah.
You know, you're like,
Right.
just execute one time.
Right.
You know, then
Right.
sometimes on the girl side, it's like, okay, I'm showing you this, but you can.
But you can
You can
still
do it. You can go a little bit.
And that's what I was
Right.
gonna say too. I was gonna say
They don't
sometimes
deviate.
the girls don't want to play basketball, right? They
Right.
they just want to run their patterns, right?
Right. When you say just play basketball, they don't
Just
get
play
it.
basketball, right? Make a play. Don't just run plays. Learn how to make plays too,
Exactly.
which I think boys get at a lot earlier age.
Yeah.
And I think part of that is because a lot of boys, you just roll a basketball in the gym with 3 boys,
Then they just
they'll
go.
find out a way to make a game out of it, right? You see them eventually, they'll start playing one-on-one, or they'll play
Right.
Chicago.
Right.
You roll a basketball in with a couple of girls, for the most part, they might shoot around a little bit,
Right.
shoot some free throws, but they're not really going to compete.
They're just gonna wait.
You
Right.
know what I think too, though? I think boys at a younger age start watching the game earlier than girls.
I think
Yeah.
so
So
too.
when they start saying, "Oh, Iverson just did that. Let me go try that."
Yeah.
See, you know, girls won't try to do that.
You're
as
right,
much as
yeah.
boys.
You're right about
Some
that.
will, but not all.
Right.
No.
She's
I got
trying.
that move.
Right.
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 But you right.
Right.
Yeah.
But not the normal. I know you're saying like the
Exactly.
normal. Now, what's the difference when you guys coach your daughters? I know both of you
I
have
was
coached your
just
daughters.
gonna
Because I know y'all both coached your daughters. And our husbands have coached our
I'm gonna
daughters
let Dougie
too.
Fresh.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, it's hard coaching your child, right? Because
Right.
one of the things you think about is you're at home all day, telling your kids to, pick up their clothes, clean their room,
Right, do your homework.
do your homework. So sometimes when they go to the gym, they just want to be free and play the game, right?
Right.
And enjoy the game. So it's kind of a delicate balance, right? You want to make sure that you're making it enjoyable for them,
Yeah.
right?
Right,
So you
right.
don't want to treat them any different than any other girls on your team,
Mhm.
because as soon as you start showing some favoritism or maybe not paying enough attention,
Yeah.
it becomes obvious.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest thing for me is, I try to treat all my girls the same. If they mess up, we're on them.
Right.
We're giving them, we're letting them know that they made a mistake. We're telling them how to correct it, but we're loving them at the same time, right?
Yeah,
After they make
yeah.
that mistake, we're gonna love on them and we're still put them back in the game.
Right.
And the same thing goes for our daughters. So I think that's the biggest thing, at least for me, is just learning that delicate balance of, to be a coach, but at the same time, sometimes you got to just be a dad,
Yeah.
right?
that's
And you
right.
can't
That's
harp
exactly
on
it.
stuff all the time. Let the game go after
I was
game's
gonna say,
over
you
with,
turn it off,
and just
like
turn it
when
off.
you, like say there's a bad lose or what have you, you get in the car.
Yeah, got to
it's
pick and
off.
choose your battles, because
Yeah.
if you try to chastise them after every bad game, it's going to destroy your relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Confidence too, a little bit.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that. For me, I think I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
I'm working on it too. I'm not even a coach. I'm working on it.
Because for me, you know, I see her play all the time. So it's like, I know what she can do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
then there's times when she doesn't do it.
Right. And you frustrated.
Now
Like,
I'm
why
looking
don't
out the
you
side of
do
my
it?
Right.
face.
Right.
But I think
And
we
I've
also
seen that
probably,
face
I think
too.
as
I've seen
parents,
that face look at her
parents, you
too.
can be more critical, right? Because
Exactly.
like you said, you watch them play all the time, and you understand what they're capable of doing. So when they don't do it, you're like, what is she doing?
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
You gonna play today?
Yeah, you
Right.
gonna play today?
Right. That's my favorite.
You move the ball out the girls, they gonna do what you really tell them.
Yeah.
Go this way. They're not
Right.
gonna try nothing
Right.
extra, no creativity.
Right.
You know, a little, some do more than others.
Right.
Most of the time, it's
That's right. So then there's times though where, you know, you do just need to hug them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And say it's gonna be okay. You know.
It's
But
just a game.
and it's
Yeah,
just a
it's a
game.
game.
I know there's a lot of times, you know, where I find myself, and I'm sure my daughter would agree, that I'm harder on her, maybe more so than some of the other players on the team. But you know, the way I look at it is like, hey, I don't want, you know, because like Dougie Fresh just said, it's that balance. I don't want to be that coach where all the other players are looking at you like, well, he treats his daughter so much differently. Like, he doesn't get on her. He doesn't, you know. So I might go a little bit the other way, where it's like I might be a little more tough on her as opposed to some of the other girls, because like I said, she's mine.
Right.
But I've also had parents say, "Hey, you can get mine too."
Right.
You can get mine too.
Right.
So I'm
Right.
like, okay, there it is. So,
That's a hard place to be in, because then you always have people outside like, oh, you know, his daughter playing, you know, they gonna show favoritism.
Right.
And it's tough. It is tough because you're always going to have outside people who have a certain perception about fathers who coach their kids, whether it's girls basketball or boys basketball or boys football.
Exactly.
People have a perception, right?
Right.
So it's.
I have another Eddie Guy story. I can remember this like it was yesterday. When I was younger, and he was my coach because he coached me. You know, we had conversations. He would tell me. He said, "Hey, if you don't make any mistakes, nobody else can say anything. I can leave you in the game the whole time. if you're the best player out there,
There's nothing they can say.
there's nothing they can say."
Right.
So I'm like, that's true.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you're playing the hardest, you're playing the best, you're playing the smartest, you're doing all the little things, you're doing everything. What can somebody say to that?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's
They'll find something.
They making the plays run through him. That's what it is. They tell him to get the ball. So we've been on it. I haven't been the actual coach, but our husbands coach together, and with both of our daughters on the team, they could be the only ones out there scoring every basket, and you would still, and they won't be. They would try to pass, and they would score baskets off of just rebounds. Like we just let everybody else shoot. I remember one game, Samaria said she did not want to shoot, just to allow the others to get it, so you didn't have to hear. Because she felt bad about it, but you would still get that. It's just
I think as a coach, if you're doing the right thing, block out all that external noise. Because if you try to change who you are because what people are saying,
then
you're not being true to yourself. You're not being true to the kids.
Exactly.
That is so if you're doing the right thing,
then don't
worry.
Don't
coach your kid. That's true.
Because then it makes it bad for your kid.
Right. Here's another difference between the boys and the girls. From the boys' perspective, if they see someone that's another elite player, they're like, "Oh, I want to be on his team."
Right.
I want to be on his team because we're gonna be nice. It's gonna be
and the girls are
on the girl side. It's like she thinks she's so.
Exactly. That's exactly.
And I'm like,
exactly.
She is good.
Right.
Let's play together.
Right. That's so true. That's the whole thing. That's part of the reason why we want to do this show.
Right.
Because we said okay to us. Because the thing with girls that's the truth. Exactly what you're saying is they don't understand that it's enough room up there.
Right.
It's enough room up there. And the thing is,
everybody can win.
Exactly. And to be the best, you have.
Everybody can win.
Y'all all look good when everybody's playing
it makes everything better for everybody.
And to be the best, you have to play with the best. Like it is what it is. You have to play with the best and play against the best.
They say iron sharpens iron.
So I got So I got to throw this out here. So when y'all coming back home?
Commercial break.
Right.
I know. Like I said, no, there's a lot of good programs out there. You know what I mean? And you know, a lot of them are doing a great job of getting exposure for their girls. And you know what? At the end of the day, that's what it's about.
Right.
And like you said earlier, when we played, there weren't a lot of options.
Right.
There might have been 2 or 3 programs in Central Ohio
Right.
that had AU programs,
Right.
but now there's a fit for everybody. So it doesn't matter what level you play at. You can find a program that's right for your daughter.
And the thing is with so many, because like our girls, all of our girls are guards. So at the end of the day, there's only so many balls on the court.
Right. We're playing 5 out.
Right.
Right.
But I will say, I'm gonna put this out here: the Hoopsters planted such a good seed. That they taught us what a family organization was supposed to be. You know, like you can't really say there was nothing bad I can really say about the Hoopsters or anything that was given from me.
Right.
Especially not putting anything against you,
Yeah.
but especially.
I appreciate it.
Especially when your dad was there. Though you know your dad, he planted such a good seed, and he taught the girls. That I remember he would come into practices, you know, and have various conversations. I remember when we first started, and like you said, we were playing 3rd grade. We were playing 4th or 5th, 4th grade.
Playing up.
We were playing up.
There was no 3rd grade.
There was no 3rd grade tournaments, and they got that first couple of tournaments. They got smacked.
We was like, oh, we got this team.
Yeah.
We're gonna go out there and we're gonna take people down. We're just getting smashed.
But I remember he came in, and you know they're
They
8-year-old girls, and to me it was like, well, maybe we're just not that good. I'm like, no,
Yes, you
yes,
are.
you are. You're 8. Them girls are 10.
And they probably 11.
And they probably 11, like they done switched the birth certificates.
Right.
But I remember your dad came in and he gave them a little speech. Though I mean, he was always uplifting to the girls and just said, "Just wait." You know, he always said they were special, though, and I just love that for giving them that.
Well, if you look at that team back in the day, I mean, all those girls are wow. It's
They're all
wow.
They're all leading their
It's
team.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I think if you look at that picture, somebody shared a picture of that team. And I guess you guys were together a year before we got there. But that year when my daughter was in 3rd and your daughter was in 4th. Yeah, I mean, that team, every one of those girls are contributing at a high level in their team, varsity.
Right. That's what I said.
Exactly.
We were in the deep south. We were in the deep south, and somebody showed me a picture. I think it was your brother. We were in the deep south, and he had showed the picture.
Maya.
To Jason.
Yeah.
Jason Bates was there. We were all in the deep south, and he showed the picture. He was like, "Do you realize that y'all all were on the same team together?" We do know. The thing is all of the girls came in their freshman year and were a vital force to their varsity teams. Like that's like so unheard of on one team. I mean, if they're still playing basketball, I think every single one of them did something. I mean, I think there's
like
maybe
even the ones that weren't like the best on that team.
Right.
Because there's a couple girls out there that had like player of the year.
Right. I mean, that team.
Like,
You think about that team was still together.
that's what we said too. They had to just stay together. Like, do you know?
Yeah.
There would be unstoppable.
So hold on, it was Summer, it was Jada,
Yeah.
Yes.
it was Samaria, it was Jordan,
Yes.
it was
Madison.
Yeah. Look, there
Kennedy Taylor was on.
Kennedy.
Right.
Listen, there wasn't no minutes for Peyton at that time. She was just a hustler. I'm like,
And she
man,
was always
She was
hustling.
always
That's what she had
That's
to
why
do.
he'd be like,
Yeah, that's why we had to develop the second
She
team because it just
put our
wasn't enough
favorite
minutes.
flop.
she had the knee pads and the goggles.
That hair, I just
Yeah,
always
she
remember that
was
hair
on
flying.
that hair.
That hair
Yeah.
Like,
flying.
my baby needs some minutes.
You all got some minutes.
You got some minutes.
He's over there. Somebody calling you in the back.
But you you look at that team. That team was a special team. It was a special
It
group.
was.
I remember when Anissa came, I was like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
You think,
This
I mean,
is
like you
gonna be a
said, you
force.
think about it, it's a testament. Now look what those girls are doing now.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there was no way to cut anybody off that team. Like, that's why
They had 1,900.
it was 19.
Yeah.
But if you watch the team, it was like you could have put anybody in. Like, there's not too many teams you can watch now where you can put anybody in and
Right.
still
It's gonna be the same
it's still
effect.
gonna get the same effect. Like you were,
Right.
because I remember we played somebody before and they kept saying, "Well, I mean, they leaving their starters, and no, our starters aren't in. I know we're winning by 40, but they're sitting here, you know,
Right.
our supposed starters, because any of them would start on any team they could have walked on to. So
Yeah, that was a special group.
it's just
Yeah.
it's
Real
special. You couldn't.
It would be nice to get all them girls up here.
Or just have a Hoopster reunion.
We
You
should
think
have a
about all the
reunion
girls
show.
that have hoops.
Oh, you know what, Gina too. I didn't even say Gina. Just Gina.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it's a
Yeah.
bunch.
It's a bunch.
Israel at one time.
Israel too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you keep naming them. I mean, and then we're not even talking about the older group,
Right.
With Jalinda, Mackenzie,
Exactly.
all of them.
Exactly. That is true.
So it was like
class of 2019
and 18.
Yeah.
The Hoopster was the seed. They most of them, almost all of them, or most of the ones that you're talking about right now in Central Ohio, from 2019, definitely 18 and 20.
Yeah.
They all came. What's Anissa? She's 20, right?
20.
Yeah. Almost all of them.
19, 20,
and 18.
Yeah, I know.
Because even Lex played for
She did. She did. It's like you can keep keep naming.
Yeah, I know they're like Jordan.
Allie.
They're like Jordan. They got the shorts on, the Hoopster shorts on,
Samaria.
underneath the other uniform.
Samaria wear her.
Like he's at North Carolina. Like he got North Carolina.
Right,
He got his North Carolina under the bull.
But you know, they still practice. Samaria still wears her Hoopsters because those shorts were too big. That was the complaint we had with her dad. But she can wear them to this day. Matter of fact, she had them on yesterday at her AAU practice. Her Hoopster shorts. So they are.
They still wear the
Hoopster blood runs deep.
Yes, we still got shirts. She had the shirt. Matter of fact, she had the whole outfit because with a shirt on too. So it was red. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
You can't that team and a member. You need a reunion show.
When you think about it, think about if you actually made a list of all the girls who played for the Hoopsters.
Right.
If you look at 2020, 2019, 2018, those are the girls. You would look around Central Ohio, you'd be like, man, I can't believe all these girls started with the Hoopsters.
Right.
Yeah, that's so. It's crazy to think about it. Like when you sit here and just start naming off names, and I'm sure we forgot. Yeah, I just sit here
My
now.
little kids.
Yeah.
I know. It was a first grader.
Right.
Come on in, man.
Yeah, they was
You playing with the third graders. Let's
Yeah,
go.
Allie was in kindergarten.
Yeah,
You
she
can
was
only
like-
wear
First
the kindergarten.
I took my daughter there at the same time.
That's
Right. And I
right.
was like, no, we can't get it. They too big. They too big.
Like, no, we're gonna
Stuck it out.
start over here
I
with
was
the
like,
same.
That was back when my daughter was at Amazon at the time, and
She
now
was
she's the same
alright,
size.
player.
The same exact right, and now she's the same exact size. But
He was a
yeah,
beast.
she was
Right. Right.
Man.
So
She plays the 1, 2, 3.
she's played
4,
every.
and 5.
I said she played
Whatever
every.
you needed her to play.
Yeah, she's played every single position. So.
And then Haley.
Oh, Haley,
Haley.
yes.
Haley.
Yes, I forgot about that too.
Amaya.
Amaya. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that was crazy.
That was Mikhail too over here. We brought her over there
Oh, yeah.
because she was walking around the school and she was tall. And David's friend,
He was like,
and
we need
Samaria's
her on
friend,
the team.
David was like, "We need a post player." Like,
Right.
and she was like, "Well, I just played at the rec league," and she
Right.
came and played Cobra with us. And then she was a hoopster with us.
And
next time.
Cashmere.
Yeah.
Yes.
When Cashmere walked in the gym when they was like, did a 6 foot, I was like, she ain't no 6
We was
foot.
like,
no
Lee is
sixth
making
grade.
this up. He's making this
It was
up.
like, she's 6 foot. They was like, no, she ain't, not in the 6th grade. She kept
Legitimate.
walking in the door. We was like, that's her.
Sorry.
I remember when she came to the tryout. I was like,
Right.
Wow, that's crazy.
So, yeah, it seemed like a lifetime.
And I was gonna say it seemed like yesterday, doesn't it?
But then it seems like
yesterday. It does.
When you add up the years,
Right.
it's like I can't believe it was that long ago.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it don't feel like it's
No,
been that
no.
long ago.
And I'm gonna say if we forgot some
Did the
names,
video
because I
feed?
know we did. We forgot some names that played in the organization.
Oh yeah,
Right.
We love you
From
all.
that-
We
from
may
that
have
era, from that
yeah.
era.
We love you all because we might have forgot some. We
Yeah,
might have forgot
sure.
some because we love you.
Yeah. Because what's her name had she's the one that got the player of the year over at Wellington.
Oh,
I know you're talking about
what's her name?
Savannah.
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 Yes.
Yeah, she sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They was like, that's Savannah. I was like,
Right.
really? I said, oh, Savannah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That is so crazy. That's crazy though. That's all of those girls on that team. I think there's only one. I think she doesn't play basketball anymore. The one little girl. That was it. Everybody else is still.
Yeah.
Well, then what about the girl from Granville? Does she still play?
Sam, yeah.
Sam, she still plays. And she's doing well. And she's doing well in basketball and volleyball.
Yes.
Yeah, she's doing well in
It's
basketball.
funny because her and Jordan was actually Jordan's taller than her now.
Now, wow.
But we played them in districts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the reunion.
It is.
That's gonna we're gonna set that up. That's gonna be one of our
All right,
shirts.
all right.
We're gonna set that one up because I
You know,
was
Every
I
girl.
put something
Every
on. I
girl
put something on it. Barbecue or
Put
something.
them on the
yes,
grill.
hot dogs in the back.
because people wouldn't
Yeah,
believe
yeah.
that. So we can show the pictures though. That would be
Yeah.
such a nice thing. I'm gonna do that.
video, YouTube.
Lee, there's videos. Lee has videos.
Yeah, so they is little.
The video, a college coach. You know, if you YouTube, you put their names in or whatever. A college coach saw her. She was like, "You used to be a post player," because he said, "What number?" Because they asked her.
She knocked that girl down that video.
She said, "What number did you say you were again?" She was like 32. She's like, "No, you sure?" That's not you.
Like, you mean was that you now? With these kids, playing with these kids.
Yeah, All right, we're gonna take a short break here. Give us about 5 minutes, and we'll be back.
Yes.
He said
Yeah. Hey, 24/7 been working. Music keep me on my feet. Banking, I with all they children. Got a family to feed. I'll be about my business, chasing after the labels. They don't gotta chase me. They shouldn't have to. I battle daily with my mind, cause it's filled with a dream. I gotta start living now. In the end, all that is shot through lines. I will look like 9 and then I give it back. Being beyond them like this laser tag. I've been asking questions, I've been counting blessings. Women know by now that I would never stress the matter. Like mathematics. I gotta book some sessions. I've been on this grind, ain't noticing. Hope I can team up with Yogi, split God on waste space. Try that smell, love and care really on this shit. Sick man, I love you. That beef shit is over with 24/7. 24/7. I write the chains, lies, a whole audience catching that change like I aimed at close range. Be that pain to the grain with the trigger and press it. Producing for sure. Do this for sure. No one can say they suck two to the boy. I've been hotter than the flow when the strokes put the face on trying to get me compliments. I don't need love when I'm confident in my own game. Niggas screaming out dimes and shit. Label me great over all my accomplishments on my topic trend. Open my topic trend. Yeah, young niggas stepping up into the game. Chains on my back, I feel like Luke Cage. Feeling my rage, being this pain. Trying to spend my life like a bird in a cage. People keep saying Moon Savage have changed. The only thing changed about me is my lanes. Don't fuck with these niggas, cause niggas is lame. I stay to myself and I just do my thing. People keep saying I'm so stuck in my ways. I'm getting to the glass of different island for the same. I'm a lyrical weapon, I'm a 30 when it bang. I'm a lyrical weapon, I'm a 30 when it bang. Up in the press, up in the wedding, nigga, I get it, nigga, I gotta turn up. 24/7, I'm working. Y'all niggas scratching the surface. My niggas just dropping the survey. I used to be saying the service. Knows a nigga ain't perfect. Everything I got, bitch, I earned it. This world is mine, I deserve it. 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, I'm working. Y'all niggas scratching the surface. My niggas just dropping the survey. I used to be saying the service. Knows a nigga ain't perfect. Everything I got, bitch, I earned it. This world is mine, I deserve it. 24/7, 24/7. I left my brother at home. No more texting, no more calling my phone. I'm in my zone. Parents don't fuck with me. Luckily, I got a voice that is gold. It is me versus my verses. Pick my verse up when you're versing. I've been hurting, you've been lurking. 24/7, I'm working. Yeah. Donovan Michael, man, comeback season.
Hey, a lot of people always asking why ain't nobody made it up out of Columbus, Ohio. Man, a lot of people done made it up out of here. They just kept going, man. We're not mad at you, man. Go get that bag, man. But people always try to say, you know, the problem is this person ain't doing what that person doing and all these things. Well, this is my opinion. I'm gonna say what the problem is. Man, they say the city won't make it out, but every time I throw a show, I bring the city out. A lot of people perform and they banged out, but that's life. Even dads don't stay around. If you really about your business, then handle it. No, we ain't friends, you gotta learn to micromanage shit. Selling CDs hard, worse than panhandling. End up giving it away, saying play my hit. See the problem with my city, just the next level. All we see is nice cars and a fresh belt. drizzle. People dying every day using heavy metal. Talking about they want a wife but won't settle. Just confusing in the Bucktown state. Mad jumping offers, but they didn't watch the debate. We control our own meals, even pick our own plate. Hard-headed on the diet, still frying them steak. Do you hear what I'm saying? This is our own fault. We still talking about peas and not aiming for bulk. Everybody gotta run, ain't the room to just walk. Got a plan to be jacked on that damn big stalk. Cause the sky's not the limit, y'all forgot about space. Everybody got a bad, I'm talking every race. R.I.P. to my dad, we had a similar face. I'm just trying to make a mark before I exit this place. But the problem's not Ohio, it's every state. All we need is one shot with some ice cream and cake. We gotta see victory, all we need is a taste. But I get a word threat to all the states. Middle finger to the haters that won't give us a chance. Only time y'all rock with us is when we handle y'all bands. Don't even give a good show, smoke our weed and just stand. Y'all won't get a dime from me, I hope y'all do understand. That's what the problem is. Really? Listen, man, real talk. My opinion, what the problem is. Man, it don't take a genius to figure this out. Listen, man, I just told you what the problem is. It ain't about coming together, man. It ain't about you ain't gotta like me. But yeah, that's what the problem is. It's just about working, man. Let's just get it, man. Nobody wanna work with nobody, man. That's what the problem is. That's what the problem is, man. Everybody wanna be like everybody else, man. Y'all forgot that. Ohio got, we got our own sound, we got our own moves, we got our own everything. But the problem is, y'all wanna fall friends with the problem is. Do you go get that bag? Take care of them kids. Stay out of trouble, man. That's what the problem is. Bro, we good, man. That's just my opinion. What? That's what the problem is. Yeah, that's what the problem is. Yeah, that's what the problem is. I'm out. That's what the problem is. I'm just talking out the side of my neck, man. That's what the problem is. Yo, I'm gone, man. I'm gonna get at you. Alumni stand. What's up? push this beat today.
I remember when I was starving. Where were you when I was hungry? None of y'all would give me nothing. You couldn't fit me in the budget. Now they on me like I'm wanted. I feel like I got a warrant. Why they on me like I'm wanted? Why they on me like I'm wanted? I remember when I was hungry. None of y'all would give me nothing. You couldn't fit me in the budget. Now they on me like I'm wanted.
All right, we back. 94 feet and beyond. We have Mr. Geis here. Well, that's his dad. He's Jermaine.
Yeah, I'm Jermaine. That's right.
And we have Jones over there, Dougie Fresh.
The Get Fresh crew.
Get Fresh crew. Before I go in that, there was one thing, I don't know if y'all watched our first two shows. This is our third show. First show we had was about transfers.
Mm-hmm.
And because that's been
Huge.
A huge thing. Everybody transferring.
And then last week was about parents. Do you have any advice or any thoughts about those two topics that we talked about?
I'm gonna throw a question about parents out there.
I'm gonna say from the coach's point of view or from the parents' point of view.
Why don't you give me with both, really?
Both.
Okay. I'm gonna start as the parent.
Okay.
From the parents' point of view, I think the biggest thing is to really know what your child wants, because that's going to be the premise for everything that you follow up with. If it's not truly in their heart, then you really shouldn't push too much. If it is in their heart, then you know what, push away, because that's what's going to make them the best that they can be. So I think it's trying to find that balance as a parent to say, hey, you know what? I want my son or daughter to be the best they can be at whatever it is they want to do, but I don't want to push them away in the same time.
The parents thing was talking about how parents are affecting their child's recruiting. What do you think about that?
What do you think about
as
that?
a coach?
Oh, like LeVar, Mr. Ball.
Yeah.
Mr. Ball.
That's a good one. Me as a parent, I think you need to be active. I probably need to be more active. I'm coming from the old school way of things where it's like, hey, you go and play and the coaches are going to find you.
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't have to, all this social media, this and that. You don't have to do that. Well, now that's the game.
It's the game.
It's so true.
It's the game.
It is so true. I just learning that too.
Me too.
Because I was
All
like,
the coaches have been watching.
Yeah, it's like,
I just am learning that too.
Yeah, so you have to have that side of it now. As far as the recruiting process goes. And I'm learning that. Like I said, for me, it wasn't that way. I went to 5-star camp. And then that's where all the coaches would go to see you.
Okay.
And so if you did well there, then that's when you started getting letters.
Right. Yeah, right.
AAU, same thing. You played in the nationals. Next thing you know, here comes a letter. So, the times have changed. But I think parents do need to be active in the recruitment of their kids.
That's important.
It's that fine line with being overbearing to the coaches.
Right.
I mean, I think the biggest thing as a coach is let me coach your child, and you coach them up behind the scenes and be their biggest supporter. I think that's some of the best advice that I could give to the parents is, because that's what the kids need. Because what, as a coach, I'm gonna get them.
Okay. Right.
I'm gonna give them, so they're gonna need you to pick them up and to encourage them. So but that's that fine line there.
No, I agree. I think from a parent's perspective, just thinking positive, how you can positively influence the recruiting process is one, understand who your child is. Right. I think sometimes, I'm just gonna throw it out there. Parents want it more so than their kids want.
Yeah.
Right.
They want to say my child is being recruited by such and such, or and maybe that's not who your child really is. Maybe your child doesn't have any interest in going to that type of school.
Right.
Maybe from a social perspective, and maybe from a skill perspective. Maybe they need to be somewhere, maybe a notch down.
Yeah.
But I think it's important, like Jermaine was saying, is you want to be active in the social media game, because I think, more so than not, I think a lot of kids are getting attention, not just from social media, but I think social media is a gateway. It's a gateway to get some interest in the kids and from a team perspective. And then I think the other thing too is making sure that they're in the right environment to get seen. And again, if you surround yourself, and we were having a conversation off air, but if you surround yourself with other girls or even boys, for that perspective, but if you're playing around with kids that are really skilled, when you go to those events, coach is going to come watch. And now it's up to them to perform.
Right, that's true.
That's true. Right.
But so I think that's important too, is making sure that you put them in the best chance possible to have some success around other kids that are really skilled. But then you got to be out and put them in the right events.
Exactly.
But on the negative side, I would say those overbearing parents, the parents who we were talking about earlier, want to up in the stands, they want to coach from the stands,
right.
shoot the ball,
right.
take it to the hole,
right.
Right. And the kids looking past you, as a coach,
they looking in the stands, and the coaches see that. Right. So if you trust me, or you trust Jermaine, or trust whoever you're playing with, you trust your child with a certain coach, allow that coach to coach your child. Yes. Because if I'm telling them one thing on the court, and we have a plan or strategy that we're trying to execute, but you're telling them something else, now they're looking at me and they're looking at you. They don't know who to listen to. Exactly. And more times than not, they're going to listen to you. And now everybody's out of sync.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I think that the big thing Dougie Fresh said too was, and this is just another way of looking at it, is win. If you're playing AAU, you're doing these different things. You want to be on a team that's winning, because with wins, I'm speaking AAU. I'm talking the high school level. I'm talking collegiate level. I'm talking overseas. I'm talking professionally. Every level that you win, something bigger and better is going to come your way that next year.
Yeah.
A lot of times, people are looking at like, I averaged 23. Well, how was your team? Yeah.
Who are you playing? Who are you playing?
We weren't that good, but I averaged 23.
Nobody remembers that.
No.
Then next thing you know, there's a guy that's averaging 14, 15. Now he's going to the big school, and it's like, well, wait a minute. How is that? Well, he's winning. He's a winner. His team is winning. He's bringing that to the table. It's the same thing overseas when I played. You're playing.
Somebody calling in. Talk to y'all.
You're playing
94 feet and beyond. Hello. We got a caller with a question.
Hello. Who's calling in?
This is the radio station. Who's this?
I think I dialed the wrong number.
Okay, bye-bye.
Papa John's.
He forgot his question. That was
right.
Yes,
but it's the same thing. I'll keep finishing my point. It's the same thing. When I played overseas, the guys that were on the teams that won, they're the ones that got the big contracts the next year.
Okay.
Because they were on that winning team, and they're like, hey, they could be a part of a winner. Whereas the guy that averaged 20 or 30, he might get a good contract the following year, but he's still not going to get that elite contract.
Right.
So I mean, it's kind of like that same adage.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I got a quick question. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
All right. So with the AAU coaches, I would like to see like all the AAU coaches that's in Central Ohio kind of get together and maybe do like a one big summer league instead of just this summer league over here, this summer league over here. Instead of I want to see them all get together.
Yeah, summer and fall league.
Just a summer. Just one. Let's start with one. Let's get the first one off first.
You know what?
Go to that.
I've been trying to reach out to some different organizations to see if we can put something together like that.
Joe Fowler, JB, all the other people that way.
Everybody from Central Ohio and make it happen. I agree.
And there's enough talent.
There's more than enough talent.
That
can bring some college coaches in to watch the summer league.
People will pay to come watch that.
And maybe even add a couple even high school coaches, because some of the big high school coaches run their own little leagues too.
Right.
Like, I know
Howard does.
Afrocentric does their little summer league thing.
Right,
so
right.
If we can get
Westerville
everybody
North
to
got
one,
one too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we can get one, now all these girls are playing against each other.
And guess what?
And they're getting better.
And they'll get better.
And then
Yeah, they get better.
It's like the
Better.
classic that we had at Afrocentric with all the teams.
Right,
and all the
right,
guys.
right.
That was awesome to watch
Yeah,
all the
and that's
girls
gonna take
play.
off.
Yes.
That's gonna take off.
Yes, that was some great competition, some great matchups. I was like, this all the talent right here in the room.
Yeah, as we say, iron sharpens iron. That's
That
what
is
it's all
so
about.
true. That's
So
true.
we're calling out Joe Fowler, JB. Kevin Starr, White.
White.
We gotta put this together.
Stop being stingy, y'all. Let's go.
Yeah. So before we go, because we only got a couple minutes left, or actually have 1 minute, but real quick, I wanted to talk to you because I know that your daughter is going to be heading to Colorado
Yes, ma'am.
next week
Yep.
for the
Yep.
USA U16 trials.
Yep.
Trials. So, what's your plan? What mentally, physically that you've been preparing for her, or what has she been doing?
Yeah. So we just been in the gym working. Like we talked about earlier, like a lot of people don't understand the commitment these girls put in.
Right.
So she's doing her 4-man workouts with her coach, high school coach, and then she's practicing with me 2 days a week, and then she has a trainer she's going to 2 days a week. So it's a lot of work.
Right.
But this is one thing that we said that we wanted to go give it a shot just for the experience, right?
Yeah, it's a good
Because
experience.
ultimately you want to see where you measure up with some of the better girls in the country.
Right.
Right. And this is, an opportunity that, doesn't come along every day. So one of the things we want to do is go out there and have some fun first and foremost.
Right.
But at the same time, let's measure ourselves and see where we're at, and we'll come back, God willing, maybe we'll make it, but
Right.
even if we don't make it, the experience alone is worth its weight in gold. Just have an
Yes.
opportunity to go compete and then play against some of those better girls. So,
And representing,
yes,
United
yeah.
States.
Yeah.
United
Yeah.
States. That is.
Yeah.
That's
So you just never know. Like I said, you put it.
Right. Central Ohio.
I know her.
Right.
That's my girl right there.
Right. It's
So,
exciting.
Yeah, it should be interesting. So, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. She's looking forward to it. We're not trying to make it too big.
Yeah.
We're trying to, keep it all in perspective. But at the end of the day, it's a wonderful opportunity.
It's amazing.
It's a wonderful opportunity, and that's what we want to use it for. And if we don't make it, we'll come back and we'll work that much harder.
Right.
But at least we've said, we can say that we tried it.
Exactly.
And that's a wonderful opportunity.
It's
So,
amazing.
Right.
congratulations for that.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And we just thank you guys for coming.
Thank you for coming.
You guys are doing big things. I appreciate you doing that.
Real quick before we go here, I got to shout out to my boy Xavier. My wife texted me on my phone. He said, "Daddy gonna shout me out."
Oh.
So I'm gonna shout him out.
What's up, X, man? Yeah. 101 when they get back. Check up.
Thank you guys again for coming. And the Hoopster program is I have a witness. It's a good program. It was the seed for my daughter. And it's a family. It's a seed for a lot of girls, not just my child. And it's a good program. Everybody go out and support them this weekend, the 80 guys. And you'll see some good basketball.
Memorial.
Yeah, so go out.
Thank you, ladies. Thanks for having
God bless. Thank you, guys.
you. 94 feet and beyond. We'll see you next week.
Yes. We out.
Peace.
Flex. Yeah. Way back when I was broke, they ain't want me, but now I'm back. Got some fakes and I started to count young getting my stacks. You ain't on that money mission, only one for that God respect. I got a couple killers if you feeling like you need to act. Please don't try to come and flex again. Don't flex. See a couple essays that the flex again. Don't scream my name like my only friend. You know, be like my only friend. Packing pussies when it's in the holster. Fast money like I'm moving soda. Fast money hitting in the sofa. And my wrist is flicking like I'm cooking soda. Yoko said she want me. Had to diss her. She was with the homie, so we had to flip her. She was going down. Yelling timber and that Nina on me, so don't try to tempt her. Really just started going by the cold. Man, that's sleeping on me. Man, it's getting old. You can call the game, but they never
foe. You can play the game, but my player pose. Derek on me, but that speaker knockers got that Tyler on me and it's doing young, cause I ain't never worried. Say I'm about to button up your shirt, but my better stop. You're like, whoa, man, these rappers getting bold, telling stories like they fold. I never fold. Pull up 100, I'm flexing. Your girl steady trying to text me, and she just met me. I show her the real, she let me. So don't please, I'm trying to test me, and I'm going lefty. She pull up with Bessie, I'm flexing. She said she wanted some shifty like.
The whole east side, cause girl, you so fine, and you say you tryna kick it somewhere different. It was different than my side.